No script, no plan, no clue where this is headed. Just two guys, a couple microphones, and whatever random stuff happens to fall out of their mouths. From the ridiculous to the real, and everywhere in between. With Al Lockwood and Mike Mullins, it's time to go off the wall.
All right, that's right. We are here with the Off the Wall podcast. Anything goes. We're going to talk about anything and everything. And you know what? The show is never scripted. Mike, you ready for this?
I am ready to go off the wall.
Off the wall on the freaking crazy train, man. Yeah.
Wait, I got Velcro. I'm going to throw myself against the wall.
You're going to throw yourself against the wall? Get the hell off the wall. What's the matter with you?
I'm old.
You're old? You didn't break a bone in the process, did you?
Not yet. I'm still on the wall.
You're still on the wall? Well,
Still on the wall.
That. All right. Yeah, you sound a little distant, man. I'll tell you, that's probably where you were. I thought maybe the wife threw you against a wall. You do it yourself now?
Yeah, I do it myself. It's a whole lot easier.
Whole lot easier. That's true. And you don't have to look at her when she's laughing at you.
Well, because she'd probably fall off the couch where she's laughing so hard.
I love it. All right. Well, here we go. It's time to go off the wall with myself, Al Lockwood, and Mike Mullins.
Dilly doot. Right, Brad's here, and Brad's the oldest. Sorry, I said Brian. Brad's the oldest.
Yeah. But, you know,
Brad's and this Dan and Jonathan Taylor Thomas, whatever his name was, he's over there, and the youngest one's in the military down there or whatever. They could do whatever they wanted if they want.
Well, look what they did with Roseanne. You know, they killed her off. They brought back the program. They revamped it as the Connors, same house. They've been on for how many seasons now?
No, I didn't watch any yet.
Oh, you didn't watch any of it? It's freaking hilarious. Because
I like John Goodman, but
me too. You know, the weird part about that is he looks good now, but I remember the John Goodman when he was heavier.
Yeah.
And to me, he seems all right now, but and a lot of people want to lose the weight, you know, they want to be healthy, they want to do all that stuff. But whatever happened to just being happy with who you were?
Because it's our lifestyle, and it's what the magazines and what the doctors and everybody else tells you that you have to, instead of just letting you be you, you know, they want you to be something else. Like my doctor tells me, you need to be down to 200 pounds. Well, I'm 251. That's a little too much for me, but if I go down, I go down.
Well, that's it. I was at the doctor having my pre-surgical visit, and I jumped on their scale, and I'm looking at it. It said 253. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I haven't been that light in a while. Because last summer, I gained like 35 pounds. So that pushed me up to like 281, 283. That was the heaviest I've ever been. And, so I was paying for Ozempic and stuff out of pocket. I get on Facebook, and you know how they have those ads that come up saying, hey, get your, GLP-1s here. You can pay this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And
blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, blah. And our freaking insurance sucks because they sit there and they say, well, we're not going to pay for GLP-1s for weight loss. Well, of course they're not, because they want you to stay fat. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the correct F word. Fluffy. They want you to stay fluffy.
That's Iglesias.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my second favorite F word. Can you guess what my first one is?
It rhymes with duck.
It does. But of course, I don't want to say that on the podcast, because if I say that on the podcast, then I have to put a disclaimer at the beginning of it, say it's not appropriate for children.
Under 72.
Yeah, under 72. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, finally, I'm down to this weight. I want to keep it off, but getting Ozempic, or what the generic equivalent was costing me like $300, $400 a month out of pocket.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I had to sit there and look at it and say, all right, well, what's more important, food or Losing weight. Food, losing weight.
Yeah. Food. Food's
It-
more important.
Thank you, because you're a fellow foodie. You like to eat.
Yes. Yes.
I
like food.
love. If somebody puts me at a buffet, now I will say this. I want to preface this by saying I can't eat as much as I used to when I was a kid.
Me neither.
Nope. My eyes are constantly bigger than my stomach.
Always.
Always. I could go to a buffet and I could look at everything saying, I want that, I want that, I want that, and I'll take a half a dozen of those. And
To
then,
go.
Yep, get it back to the table. You're looking at it, and then what happens?
It goes back to them.
Yeah, and of course, some of the restaurants now are charging you a fee if you don't eat everything on your plate.
Yeah.
Have
the
you seen
Chinese
that?
People.
Yeah,
The Chinese, they have it right on there. We don't care what you eat, you just take what you want.
exactly. Take what you want, but if you no eat, you pay for what you no eat. So you
pay
eat
for-
up,
you pay for
fatso.
Pepsi. You pay for Pepsi.
You
Don't
can have
forget the buffet full.
you can have all the cat and dog you want to eat. No, I'm just kidding.
Possum and skunk and piss ants, stuff
Exactly. I mean, come on. How many millions of billions of Chinese people can be wrong? No, I'm just kidding. But
like that. You thought that was rice. It's
I
Megan. Oh, wait.
did.
No, that's not rice. Never mind.
I think we're turning a few people's stomach right about now. What movie was
boy.
that? Was that The Lost Boys?
Lost Boys, yeah, because Kiefer Sutherland, the head vampire kid, the guy's name's Michael. Go figure, right?
Yep.
So
Didn't know
So-
you had a cameo.
I know I was even looking good, even though I wasn't that old. Anyway, he starts eating the rice, and he goes, "How do you like those maggots?" And he looks, and of course it looks like maggots, and he throws it down, and he says, "It's just rice. How could a million Chinese people be wrong?"
Exactly.
Then he's eating noodles. Here, try these noodles. How's those worms? And it looks like those earthworms, And he's like, "Oh."
I'm going to have to go back and watch that movie over again. I haven't seen it in years.
I watch it at least once or twice a year.
Do you really?
Yeah, because my kids love it.
Oh my God. Did they come out with a new movie, Lost Boys? Why am I thinking they had something new that just come
Yes.
out?
They had a second one, but it was dumb.
Was it? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. But
You're not.
so yeah, good. That's a good thing. I haven't been to the movie since so long. I forget what it's like. I can't afford it.
We try to go at least once a year, and we're trying to see if we can't get to a drive-in at least once a year.
The
Especially
drive-in.
now that Lily's here.
Yeah, exactly. The drive-in over here in Brookville. It's called the Moonlight. And when we originally lived in PA and we lived in Reynoldsville, we would go to the Moonlight every couple of weeks. And that was back when I could stay up past 7:00.
Hey.
Now if they played the
When we used
national
to
anthem,
moon.
or
Back when we used to moon everybody at the Moonlight.
it was a good time, man. But you know how much it costs to get in now?
About $20.
$20 to get in, and they don't offer any more outside food cards. So a lot of people were asking me. They said, "Well, how do they get away with that? You can't bring in any more outside food." Well, what do they do? Go around and check? Actually, yes, they do.
Yes. And you have to pay extra to have your own food there.
Yeah. We call them the food police.
They do that at Clearfield too.
Yeah, and I get it because I love
That's how
Jim.
they make their money.
Yeah, Jim is awesome. He puts on an excellent show. He brought the Moonlight back to life. I love drive-ins. Back when you and I were growing up, drive-ins were everywhere.
They were starting to die out, but mostly they were back in the 70s, whenever I was a youngster.
Mm-hmm.
My first take with the drive-in was when we went to see with my Uncle Butch and Aunt Linda. We went out there for an all-night drive-in.
Okay.
So
yeah.
The first movie we saw was Jaws.
Oh.
The second movie we saw was Star Wars.
Oh.
Not New Hope. It was just basically Star Wars.
The original.
Yeah, but it became the New Hope, which
I,
whatever.
I don't never understood that, but okay, that's a whole different podcast.
Yeah. So then we watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid,
Holy flashback, Batman.
and I fell asleep.
Did you really? Well, see, that's what we did back in the day. Our parents drug us to the drive-in. We laid in back of either the truck or the station wagon.
Station wagon.
Yeah. And we had a good time. Now,
no seatbelts. You crammed as many people as you could in.
Yep.
Or a conversion van.
ooh, conversion van. Now, see, that would have been kind of cool. Open up the back doors, and then you
I
could.
laid on top.
Oh yeah, right on top on the roof rack. Hold on to that sucker, and you're good to go. But there are people now that I've seen at the drive-in that bring couches in the back in the beds of their truck, and they bring full-fledged sound systems with an AC/DC converter.
Well, didn't have that. I wasn't that extreme, but I did have a portable. I do have a portable speaker
Mm-hmm.
that it's Bluetooth, so it can hook right up, and it has an AM/FM, so you
Yeah.
can go right onto the. And that was dumb. And then
What the hell are you doing, dumb?
I twisted my freaking knee the wrong way.
Stop it.
And then
We're old
yeah.
now, remember? We can't do that
Yeah.
crap.
I don't heal as fast as I used to.
Exactly. Okay.
And,
I've got cuts from 1997 that are still on my leg that haven't healed.
and they look just like they did back whenever we were watching what was it, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, buddy.
Feed me.
You got that right. So, anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, the drive-ins.
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 Yes.
And
Drive-in.
we were having a good time. Let's all go to the lobby. Okay, but anyway, I don't want to break into karaoke
I like the
right
hot
now.
dog that does flips.
I love that. Did you ever see Sausage Party?
Yes.
You don't ever want to show that to kids.
No.
No, definitely not.
Same
I
with
don't.
the package.
Okay. So anyway, back to the drive-in. So we were talking about the price of that. It's crazy how the prices have become, but the prices have gone up on just about everything.
Always, yep, except your paycheck.
Yeah, buddy. You remember what gas was in Clearfield in 1990 when we moved to town?
$1.99.
99 cents.
Oh.
99 cents. It's at the gas station. I'm trying to think. You go across the bridge, and you know how you can turn left to go up toward the mall or right to go downtown. There was a little gas station right there on the left, and it had gas for 99 cents a gallon. I wish, honestly, that we could turn back time to those days when everybody could afford to do what they wanted to do without absolutely going broke.
I know Dad's gas. Well, regular was actually $1.
Okay.
And when I first started working out there with Dad, it was actually $1. But then as we got older, it was $1.99, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, gas is so expensive!"
Can you imagine? And I know your mom is still around. If my dad came back to life and saw the prices on stuff, and I know, right? That'd be scary as hell, but it would be awesome. And if your dad, if Jim came back to life and looked at the prices now, what do you think they'd say?
Well, I can tell you this, Dad would have been like, "This is ridiculous." But at the same token, they were going up whenever he got out of the business.
Right.
So he was actually helping like Daunt's Motors go to their auctions and stuff at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got out of it when it started getting pretty hefty, but Dad was awesome. I miss him tremendously.
Oh, I do too. I love the guy.
And your dad was the same. He was just fun to talk with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his accent and his quick wit and some of the things that came out of his mouth.
Well, there was no filter.
No, I had a very colorful metaphoric language when I was growing up. And my mother...
Where's that in the dictionary?
I know. And my mother had the gall to say, "What? We never swore in front of you. Where did you learn that?"
Oh, you swore all around us.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, maybe not directly in front of me, but I heard it. But yeah, I mean, and of course we're recording this podcast on Father's Day.
Yes.
So we're thinking about our dads and different things that they did, and what life was like when we had them with us. So I just want to give a shout out to all the dads that are listening. This isn't going to air until Wednesday, but I want to give a shout out to all the dads that are checking out the podcast. Thank you for being who you are. And to our dads in heaven, what the hell? Heaven. Bryan Adams wrote a song about that. But anyway, here we go. Yeah, Shazam. So anyway, to our dads in heaven, thank you so much for being the awesome fathers that you were. Were they perfect in every way? No. But you know what? They were ours. We enjoyed the time that we had to spend with them. We only wish we could have more.
And now they're not here. Exactly. I miss him. I know I could use him some fierce on certain days when I have questions, but
yeah, that I'll tell you what, it gets you, because there are things that we wish we could have, like a phone to heaven, and we could just pick it up and dial somebody and just say, "Hey, Dad, what do you think of this? You dumbass, you know better not to do stuff like that. I taught you better." Well, anyway, you get the general idea.
I think it's called 1-800-DRUID. Oh, no, that's Spaceballs. Sorry, my bad.
And Facebook doesn't have a customer service number.
No, neither does heaven.
We need to change that, because you know what? I want to talk to the Almighty and say, here's a few things we'd like to work on. Do you think you could help us out? But
I just want to talk to Dad.
Yeah, just want to talk to Dad. Can you make that happen? Can you make that a reality? How cool would that be?
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome, but I think it would be kind of freaky, in the same go round. If we could talk to people that were dead. You can go to a medium. Cool that would be too. I know. It would be really awesome. First time we went to what's that?
Say they can't be called mediums anymore. Then they'd have to be maximums.
Exactly. The prices probably went up on them too. How much is your reading now? Well, we do have a maximum charge. Wait a minute. I thought you were a medium. You're not a medium. You're a maximum maximum.
Yeah, they got rid of the smalls.
Damn it. I miss the supersized shit at McDonald's. Oh, God, I just said shit. I'm going to have to edit that out. Damn it. All right. Anyway, yeah, because they thought we were getting too fat. There's that fluffy word again.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. I want the supersize and the extra large.
Only if it's Grimace.
Yeah, that too. Okay. Oh, there's so many things we could get into on that one, but nope, not going to go there. Family friendly. I need a red light on the top of my monitor that says, if you're going too far, this light is going to blink. Back off just a little bit.
But it'll be blinking the whole time we're on.
I know. How's that go?
You'd be like in a strobe light.
The strobe light. Just flash me, baby. Come on, flash me. Give me your best flash.
Then we have to give it 2 snaps in a cycle.
Ooh, better than 2 snaps and a soap on a rope. All right. Yeah, those were back in the old days when we used to play pretend radio.
Yep. We can, you can.
Yep. WCAM was the station we came up with, and look how far we've come. We've got a podcast.
Your dad would shake his head when he hear us.
Oh, he would too. He'd be like, I can't believe you were talking about that. God, I remember, back in the day when we were living at the trailer park in New Hampshire, because people often ask me, they said, how did you get into radio? Well, let me tell you. It all started with playing pretend radio station in my parents' shed in the trailer park with some big-ass speakers, a couple of turntables, a cassette deck, and more. Yeah, I was the kid that would go to yard sales, and if I saw a piece of electronics, I had to have it. And if it didn't work, I'd rip the damn thing apart to find out why. And I had more electronics that went out with the trash than I did going in my bedroom. Because if it didn't work, I get
You never
angry.
figured it out. Yeah, you never figured it out.
I'd beat the crap out of things, and I would send it packing anyway. But all right, again, topic for another show. So I would sit in the backyard, my microphone just blasting music through. I mean, the whole trailer park had to hear it. And my mother put a stop to it when I started giving out our phone number for request. Because I didn't have a phone, in the shed. It would ring in the house, and nobody ever called it, But it's the things that we do when we're kids that kind of prepares us for different things later in life. But so that is one way I get into radio. That got my love going for radio. And then I rode my bike from my grandmother's house to where one guy from this local radio station was doing a live broadcast, and some idiot ran over my bike and bent the rim. So, yeah, the on-air guy at the time, his name was Tom Hanwright, and he gave me a lift back to my grandmother's house.
Gave you a hand.
He gave me a hand. That's for sure. And needless to say, we were talking about radio and all the fun, cool things and this, that, and everything else. And he said, why don't you give me a call and I'll give you a tour of the station? I'm like, all right, that's awesome. Well, I was 16 at the time. My parents didn't help me out with a car yet. I didn't have any money, so I had to go everywhere on my bike. Thank God somebody gave me a ride to the station. They gave me a tour. 2 years later, I was hired as a board operator, and my beginning in radio started. I was 18 at the time. Now here I am. Little old me.
My beginning in radio started in your loft.
When we were doing the pretend DJ thing.
And we were doing...
Yep, we were 18 at the time, folks. 18. My family just moved to Pennsylvania, and Mike and I met at the high school, Clearfield area high school that I went to. I had six. When did I turn Mexican?
I don't know.
I know. 6 weeks to my senior year left. And I didn't know if I was going to make any friends or not. So Mike and I got together at high school. I sat down in the lunchroom. In fact, did I ask to sit down at the table you guys were at? How did that happen?
How many years ago was that?
Oh, man, 1990. So, it was
a
few, just a few.
Yeah. We'll say, sure, yes, you sure did.
yeah, you're going back to puberty days, man. All right. I think we were both changing. I don't know. But needless to say...
It was last week.
Exactly. I remember that. Poor guy. You screamed too much at your football game.
But we won. So anyway.
You won. So, yeah. So, needless to say, we met in high school, and we've been good friends ever since. It's been absolutely awesome, and I'm glad I tagged you in helping out with this podcast.
I'm glad you did, too.
Because, we've got our own radio station now where you guest DJ, Rebound Radio Live. Look it up on Facebook, folks. It's a really good show. Really good.
Really good. Really good.
Really good. Really good. But now, we're working on this podcast. We've got our own studio. I can't wait for you to see it, by the way.
That'll be cool.
I know. When we get you over here again, you'll be able to see the studio. I'm so excited. I've got so many LED lights in here and different things that you don't even need the regular lights on. But we'll show people a picture of the studio eventually. I'll post it on our Facebook page, which I've got to get on and make our Facebook page, but I got us a YouTube channel.
Woo.
Yep. So our YouTube channel is Off the Wall PA.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy. Off the Wall PA. So that is the official YouTube channel of the Off the Wall podcast. And you can email us offthewallpodcast@yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
You remember when they had those ads?
Oh, my God, yes.
Weren't they pretty cool?
Yes. It almost reminded me of the Ricola guys.
The who? Oh, Ricola. I remember that. Man, there was some What the Hey Ricola, Yahoo, yo, give me cough drop, Mo. Come on. I need more cough
Where's
drops over here.
that goat?
You say what? I missed
Where's
that.
that goat? Where's that goat?
Wow. Anyway, okay. We're gonna slap that rotisserie chicken. Anywho, where was I going with this? See, this is
Podcast.
the podcast. Yeah. So you can email us thoughts and ideas, things that you want to talk about. But the cool part about this podcast that we put together is there really is no set schedule or things we're going to talk about. It's whatever comes off of our heads. It can be anything from what's going on in the world to personal experiences to just a couple of guys talking about guy things.
And don't you believe it?
Wasn't that on Bugs Bunny?
Yep.
I remember that. I've got so many DVDs of cartoons from back in the day. I haven't watched them yet. They're still in the plastic.
Oh, wow.
I know. Even a Scooby-Doo fan like myself, some of them still in the plastic.
Kind of hard to put them in with the plastic on them.
Well, yeah, you know, and I got to be in the mood. Don't you got to be in the mood to do certain things?
Well, that's what they say on, what was it, the cartoon about the Little Mermaid. Yes, because Sebastian says, first you got to create the mood.
That's right. Winds, words. Okay, anyway, you're going to get me into a damn sing-along. I don't want to get into a damn sing-along, man.
But Melissa will love it because that's her favorite cartoon with the movie Little Mermaid. She loves that one. We should sing that to her.
We could do that, you know. Look at this place, isn't it neat? Now I can tell my collection's complete. All right.
Only if you were a girl who
Yeah.
knew everything.
Well, most girls do know everything.
Yeah, I know. We're not that good. We're not
No. Ask my wife. I always tell her, I said, honey, you're 99.99999% right. And she's like, all right, I'll take that like Ivory soap.
and then some.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because you don't want to tell her she's wrong. But no, every once in a while, I do tell her, I said, no, honey, that's actually not right. Are you sure? And then I've got to pull up.
If you're sure.
And then I got to pull up the Google. Got to pull up the Google, as she calls it, and search for things. And I'll say, oh, damn it, you were right. Why the hell do you always have to be right? Do you ever have moments with Melissa like that? Is she always right, or, you know?
Yeah, she's always right. I'm always left.
Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure. All right. So you're
Sometimes
Democrat, she's Republican. No, I get that. No, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. So she's right. You're left over. Like yesterday's meal.
Under sometimes. Depends on where I'm at.
Yeah.
And how much I had to drink. I could be left under a table. I could be left over
Can you still my mind's going in so many places right now. I'm like, I remember those days when I could actually drink, but can you still put away a pretty good amount of alcohol?
Depends on the day. Most of the time I cut myself off after 2, maybe 3, but
okay, all right.
We won a championship, and that was a good night.
Oh, that was celebratory, man. There was a reason for that, you know?
Yeah.
But I still remember back in the DJ days, you know, people would come up, they would buy me a beer, they would buy me a shot, and by the end of the night, I was surprised I could still stand. Now I have a half a beer, the top of my head turns red.
The black bottle to kill me. I mean, to kill you.
Tequila. Yeah. How many shots of tequila could we do back in the day?
We kicked how many bottles?
Yeah, and ate so many worms. It's not even funny. I mean, they're catching fish in my stomach.
Because people would buy us, yeah.
You remember those days?
Those days and the food and the beer and the to kill me, yes. I remember all that stuff.
I could handle the food, but man, after a while for the alcohol, I think it didn't really hit me, even though Barb said, you know, she said, your face was always red. I could tell when you were pie-eyed. But she said, you could stand up in front of the equipment, crack the microphone, and never miss a beat.
Even though we were feeling good, we were pretty funny still.
Yeah.
Or more.
And if somebody came up to you and offered you a drink while you're doing something, if you pass it up, it's alcohol abuse.
They got upset.
Yeah. Yeah, so you couldn't
Can't
pass
make
it up
them
and say,
upset.
oh, no, I can't have a drink. You would take it, you would throw it back, and you would enjoy it.
Exactly.
Oh, God, and there were some really good nights. Oh, what it would
That's
be.
another podcast.
Yep, that's another podcast. We could fill up a whole 45 minutes with that one. Dear God, get
Or
along,
more.
little doggy. And I think I only puked like a couple of times.
Ever have.
You know what did it for me, though? Is that after we got done packing up, Barb was always my designated driver. She had diet pop all night. So we packed up, loaded everything in the van. As soon as we started going down the road, the frickin' roads before they repaved them were all bumpity, 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 bumpity. And you're going back and forth and the alcohol is just sloshing around and you're thinking, pull over. I got to roll down the window. Pull over. Oh, yeah. But those were how you could tell you had a good night.
Yes.
But the best part of it, I think, I never woke up the next day with a hangover.
Neither did I.
And that was a good thing. So I guess I could owe that side to my dad. Say, thanks, Dad, for giving me, the ability to wake up the next day without a hangover.
Iron stomach.
Oh, that was some serious shit. Oh, I said it again. Darn it, I am going to have to put up. Kids under the age of 13 may not listen to this podcast at any time due to the idiot behind the first microphone. Okay. So what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Do you realize we've gone a half hour already on this thing?
Yeah, and I don't think we touched it. We touched a little bit on Father's Day. I don't know what the other thing was because you never said.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what was the? Oh, yeah, we were talking about prices. So
Prices.
Yeah, do you find it hard to put food on the table nowadays?
Depends on if it's the week after, like getting ready to get paid again toward the end of that week. It gets a little tight, but
It does.
But at the same time, we're with Melissa moving in and stuff. We making it work.
Well,
So
and that's the
been
thing. Yeah. So if you can make it
two
work,
household incomes, two household incomes,
and that goes a long way, man. Because it's just my wife and I. The dogs don't bring in any money. I told them,
So
why don't you
buried in
guys?
the backyard?
Well, yeah, they would too. I told them, I said, get out and hit the frickin' streets. Go knock up some Sheila.
They
Stand
did
on
it
the
right
street
out-
corner some way. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're both girl dogs. I'm not allowed to have male dogs. I don't want to say that because we'd be the one with the puppies.
Yeah.
Then we'd be peeing out the ass. Okay. So, damn it, I said it again. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So I thought, because I know Barb and I are in the same boat, we've got two incomes. And it does become a little bit rough, especially when you hit the time of month you're either paying your mortgage payment or you're paying your rent bill. And I had to do this spreadsheet so I could break up each part of the month with the pays and what bills had to be taken care of at that time. And a lot of times I go through it and I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute. There's no freaking money left over after I get done paying the bills. How the hell does that happen?
Government.
I know. And they can't even get their crap together.
Nope.
So we're essentially paying them for doing absolutely nothing and buying gold toilet seats and hammers that run $70, $80 and vacations and yachts. And pay for money to be sent to other parts of the world to help them out while we have trouble here in the U.S. Why do we do that?
Because we always want to pay bills. So I tried to change my name to Bill.
Yeah.
But nobody would pay me.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Hey, my name's Bill. Give me money.
Give me money. Money, 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 money.
Need to pay bill, pay bill, pay bill.
Money. Yeah, I don't like paying bills. I really don't. I think it's a
Depends on which
trap.
bill.
Right, right. I mean, if we're paying the bill for porn, that's okay. I mean, there are needs, there are wants, there are desires. We are men. We're men in tights.
Tight, but no.
Tights. But no, I mean,
I would never pay for that though.
no. And the thing is, you can actually find it for free. Oh, okay. So that's one thing
Yeah.
we don't have to pay for. There are a lot of things, however, that when you go to the grocery store, you need to take a Valium or something before you go because you get sticker shock. I went,
Oh,
yeah, I went, and I don't know what prices are like over in Clearfield, but if you go to, Walmart or what is JG still up and running?
yes.
Okay. We used to go in and we always bought their Chuck Delmonico's.
Okay.
And at the time, and of course, my whole family was alive and we were living in Clearfield. At the time, they were like between $2 and $3 a piece. We'd get like 5 or 6 of them and we'd have a really nice cookout. And those things tasted so good, they were like melt in your mouth. You go to the store today, whether it be Walmart or whatever, you look at a steak and you will about piss yourself on the floor.
$2
Yeah.
To start.
And that's for the cheapest steaks possible.
Yes.
I found some when we were living in New Hampshire. The steaks were $15 to $20, and there were even some steaks on the rack. And this is at Walmart for $30. $30.
Now, was that Walmart still having their meat cut for them or pre-packed and sent?
No, it was all prepackaged.
JD still has meat cutters.
Exactly. And see, that's one of the biggest things because you know where your meat comes from.
Oh,
Walmart.
the cow.
Exactly. And for the price of it, I'm about ready to go find somebody in a field and go bite the hind quarter.
Melissa wants us to raise cows, but she wants Highland cows.
Highland?
So we'd have to have Highland steaks.
Highland. Are they the ones with the big horns or something?
And the long hair? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know why she wants you to do that, because they're too freaking cute.
Yeah, the minis. She wants the minis.
Oh, the minis.
She says, we got enough in backyard for them. And I'm like,
Yeah, you're in town. I could see the fence. I could see the fence off Turnpike Avenue right now. And I'd be able to smell them a mile away. Oh, yep, Mike's got the cattle out today. We'll have to stop and pet him and say hi. Okay, I want that one, from my freezer. But no, seriously.
Chuck.
What's
the
that?
other one said his name would be Chuck. The other one's name is Burger. And then that one's name is Ribeye.
Sirloin. Sir Sirloin. Sir Sirloin of beef, I knight you today. You
Then
are
they'd have to start
mine.
speaking in Scottish words like, "Hey, look at our Highland cow. Isn't he pretty?"
Would you dress him up in a kilt?
We could.
You could. Yeah, you do, but I don't think it's going to fit one of them.
Use it as a shawl.
A shawl. Yeah, just kind of drape it across the horns or around the neck. It'll be fine. Next thing you know, they're going to be out there in the corner playing the bagpipes.
And he'll have a mooing good time.
A mooing good time. Dear God. We are so sad, but I think that's why I love us. I love us for that. So I thought it would be fun, since we graduated in 1990, to pull up some prices on food cost in 1990.
Okay.
And this is kind of cool because I'll tell you one thing. I didn't really have to worry about buying a whole lot of food in 1990 since we were home with mom and dad.
Right.
They bought the groceries. I helped put stuff in the cart, and whether we could afford it or not, they would tell me, and, we would get it. Or I'd go with Graham, and she's like, nah, go ahead. We'll put it on the credit card. So, obviously, 1990, grocery prices a hell of a lot lower than what they are today. So, a typical basket of basic household food items was averaged around $20. $20 in 1990 for a basket of food items. Can you believe that?
Now it's one item.
Yeah. Yep, one item you pay like $20 for. And you come out of the store with 3-4 bags, and you're paying $200.
Try 300.
Yeah, more than that too sometimes, depending on what you get.
Yep.
But we have, my doctor says, "Oh, you got to eat healthier. You got to eat healthier." I said, "Do you want to pay the bill for that? Because I'll be happy to do that." When a thing of Salisbury steaks, and you get what, 6, I think, in a package, cost under $4, or a piece of meat with 2 pieces of meat in it for $7.
And then if they want you to eat healthy, you got to get the carrots and stuff, but they're like $5 a pound or something. I don't know.
And some of the fruit, I was looking at fruit in New Hampshire. They wanted over $1, like $1.37 for a plum or a peach. That's not too peachy.
Well, it depends. Was that in season or out of season?
I don't know. That's a good question. I can't remember.
Was he a good witch or a bad witch?
Wasn't he an a-hole, or were they just, greedy SOBs?
A beehole.
A beehole. They were a beehole. So here are some of the prices from 1990. A gallon of milk, $2.20 to $2.60.
$1.30.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy? Eggs for a dozen, between 80 cents and $1.
Dollars.
Yeah. Bread for a 1-pound loaf, 75 cents.
$1.25 if you get the cheap stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ground beef, $1.35 to $1.45.
Depends on if it's a 1 pound or 2 pounds or whatever, but you're looking at maybe $3 to $4.
Yeah. Now, we're paying some places, they're charging you enough for a pound of beef is like $7, $8.
Oh.
2 pounds, and this was when we were in New Hampshire, 2 pounds of beef was $14, $15. That's an expensive meat to loaf.
That must be the high-end cow.
It must be the Highland cows. Those suckers are expensive. You sure you want to raise them? Jeez. Tell her if you know what? Tell Melissa if she really wants the Highland cows that she can go live in Scotland, and they might be cheaper there. I don't know. Just saying. I don't know what it's like over there, but it might not be a bad idea.
Probably find a big chunk of land for cheap too.
Yeah, big chunk of land for cheap. It's too damn expensive for Americans to live in America. Oh, where was I? Oh, chicken. Chicken from 1990. Chicken, 75 cents a pound. 75 cents.
You're looking at a bag of 5 pounds, roughly about $10.
Yep. And coffee, for a pound of coffee, $3.95 a pound.
It's free because I don't drink coffee, but she does.
Mm-hmm. I love coffee. And now, of course, we buy the K-Cups. We've got ground coffee in the cupboard. We haven't used ground coffee in quite a while. But I like the different flavors of K-Cups. But they're so damn expensive. And we go through 3 a day.
It's all that plastic stuff.
Yeah. And they say, oh, it's recyclable. Well, some of it is. Yeah, you can take the grounds out. You can use it in your garden. And a lot of people are doing that now. A lot of people are going with raising their own vegetables. How many people do you see with free-range chickens in their yard now?
Whole bunch.
Yeah, a whole bunch. Why? Because they want to raise them. Well, getting the chicks at, Tractor Supply, probably a lot cheaper than going out and buying chicken for a whole year.
And growing up, we always had a garden because my mom was one of 9, so we had a huge family, and they all had to help with the gardening and stuff.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yep, we did. We had a garden at the house. We had a ton of vegetables. We grew our own potatoes. We had strawberries. I mean, all our vegetables. We had fresh vegetables every single day, and you knew where they came from. You didn't have to worry about pesticides.
We ate them right out of the garden.
Yeah, I'd pop a string bean off the vine, and I'd eat it.
Yeah,
onions. That's just the way it was.
We ate onions like apples.
Oh God, I love those. The stalks that would come up, scallions, and we would just eat them, and they were so good. Our breath really stunk, but they were so good. And then we had, I don't think we had, yeah, we did. We had some fruit trees. We had apple trees, which did fairly well. And we tried, like, I think peach trees, stuff like that, but that never did well in the northern climate. So it's just really freaky when you look at the cost of groceries and everything in between from 1990, the year that you and I graduated, to now. And the years, this is kind of funny. Over the past few years, the inflation and the cost, 2022, and I was shocked by this, 2022 was the highest annual inflation spike in over 40 years. So in our lifetime, roughly, 2022 inflation rose. The average change in grocery prices went up 11.4%. Yeah. They can't blame that on Trump.
No, but yeah.
I know that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. So
Sorry.
in 2023, they 5%. 2024 was the lowest at 1.2%. 2025, it went up to 2.3%. And year to date, this year, 2026, 3.1% inflation rate and grocery as of May. And then you add the gas prices on top of it.
Don't get me started.
I know, but I'm going to start you up, man. I'm going to start you up. Because it's time for a good old-fashioned bitch session before we close out this first podcast. Gas prices. Up here, at least on this side of the mountain, because we live west of you. Yeah. So our gas prices are at $4.29.
$4.36.
$4.36 in Clearfield. All right. So Brookville, $4.29. They have a get-go up there, which was $3.99 yesterday. I'm like, I dialed in, I got my Getco information, stuff like that. I got my MyPerks card, and then I couldn't get to the damn gas pumps. Everybody was flocking there. Flocking.
Gotta watch the water in the gas, though.
Yeah, that's the only problem. And every once in a while, and I usually do this in the wintertime too, is I'll put dry gas in. Even though they say only use dry gas if your fuel line is frozen, not as a fix for anything else. So you know what I started using? That Seafoam gas additive, because you can use it any time of the year. And not only does it take care of any water, it cleans your engine. You can either put it in your oil, you can either put it in your gas, all from the same can.
All from the same can?
All from the same can. So you can put
it must be like $40.
No. It's under $10. Or no, maybe under $12. But we use it in our lawnmowers, we use it in our truck, we use it in everything. And it keeps everything running smoothly. You can add a little bit, and it looks just like water. You add it to your crankshaft, and it keeps everything running clean.
What'd you say it was called again? C4?
Seafoam.
Oh, I'm sorry, C4.
Seafoam. Seafoam, you don't want to blow up your damn engine. I've done that enough with mine in the past. You don't want to blow up your damn engine. C4. C4. Now, there are some people we could possibly use that on, but that's another podcast. So, we're not going to talk about offing anybody right away, but give it a couple of weeks.
Give it a couple of weeks. You go to the ocean, you get some Seafoam and throw it in your car. Got it.
That's the free part. But then you got to pay for the gas to get you all the way there.
That's right.
Or you can just swing up to your local store and get Seafoam. Now, I'm not endorsing it, but I am saying the stuff works and it keeps everything clean and running fine all throughout the year. It really does. So, and honestly, with the prices on everything, we got to do what we can to try to ease up on having trouble paying, because, we live paycheck to paycheck. I'm sure you guys are the same way. So, between the gas and the food and everything else, sometimes you really want to just tell your creditors, you know what? I don't give a shit. You gave me a freaking credit card. I can't pay it this month. But, then there goes your credit. and everything in between. So that sucks too. But you know what? There are a lot of things we should be happy about. We're still above ground. We still have the right to free speech.
Yes.
And we still, for now. And we still have the right to call people names.
Yes, and we have the right to have bare arms. Or
the right to arm bears. Whatever the hell you want to do. Does a bear shit in the woods? Oh, man, I said it again. Had to do it one final time before we closed out. But, yeah. So it's one of those things where I'm really glad we do have freedom of speech, and I'm really glad the FCC can't regulate the internet yet. Yet.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da. Because someday they probably will, and that'll totally suck.
And the walls came tumbling down.
Bump, bump. Alrighty, brother. Well, you know what? We just finished up our first episode of the Off the Wall podcast, finally. And I'm excited.
Good, I can get off the wall then. Yay.
You can get off the wall. Sorry, I didn't mean to toss you on the wall. I think it would have been the other way around. You were stronger than I was, so you would have put me against the wall.
I have Velcro. I just throw myself against it.
You could do that too. That would be cool. We could make it stick. We wouldn't have to wait for people to, have, what was that game called that they used to bounce it off the wall? They used to bounce it off people. Was it dodgeball?
Could do that, or those, you remember the old darts when they had the ball with the Velcro? You threw it against the dartboard.
Yes.
That was,
Nerf, wasn't it?
Well, they had the Velcro around them, and it would stick to them.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think that would be neat. Because, now I think if somebody threw a ball at me and I was against a wall, I'd probably break a bone.
Smile.
Smile, you've broken a bone. Da, da, da. Here we go to the emergency room. And
I'm so old, I fall down.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, do want to remind you, you can check out the Off the Wall podcast. This one's going to be up on our YouTube channel, which is Off the Wall PA. You can also find it on the station's website, reboundradiolive.com. And if you have any show ideas of what you would like us to talk about, email them to offthewallpodcast@yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
Yeah, buddy. All right, Mike, it's a pleasure, baby, and we will talk to you again on our next podcast.
Later, guys.
All right.
You've been listening to the Off the Wall podcast with Al Lockwood and Mike Mullins, where nothing's scripted, nothing's planned, and somehow they still managed to fill an entire podcast talking about stuff. Thanks for hanging out with the guys for the laughs, the stories, the randomness, and whatever the heck that last conversation was. Until next time, keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it off the wall.